we're here in Parnell Park for the Dublin Senior Ladies All-Ireland Media event, and we've been joined by Ruddy and Leah Caffrey. Ladies, we're about 10 days out now from the final. The excitement must be really building.
Yeah, it's been brilliant for the last few weeks since the semi-final. Training's been really intense and competitive, and everyone's buzzing for the final. So yeah, I just can't wait for next week, I suppose. Yeah.
It's Mayo in the final. It was probably not the team that anyone expected to get there. They probably thought it was going to be another Dublin Cork final. So were you a little surprised to see Mayo actually get over the line against Cork?
Yeah, no, I suppose we were, but I suppose fair play to them. They beat Cork, so the two best teams in the final now. So it'll be a good. It's going to be a good game, I think, and we're looking forward to it.
I suppose it'll be different for the players who've been there for in the last three finals. It's always been Cork, so yeah. I suppose that throws up a new challenge for the players on the day.
Yeah, and a bit of fire in the belly as well, I'd say. Seeing as we played them in the league this year already, we lost there, so obviously we'll be very determined to get a win over them now.
Talking about that league game, they just about snuck over the line that day. But I suppose that was sort of in the early stages with Mick, trying out different things with the team and that. So I suppose you won't be really looking too much into that game and the result.
Yeah, no, I suppose at this stage we're different teams.
Yeah, we've come a long way since the league. So I think hopefully the last few championship matches will stand to us, and we'll be able to draw from the experience of them and use them in the final to get over the line.
And through the championship, you've sort of been building momentum with each game. You look on paper, it looked like you sailed through Leinster. I'm sure the games weren't as easy as they looked in the score lines. I know most people thought Westmeath were going to really put it up to Dublin, but you just never let them play on the day. And then we moved into the quarterfinals against Waterford. That was probably a game that you looked maybe a little bit leg weary. You hadn't played for about 5 or 6 weeks, and I think it was one of those where you needed to get the cobwebs out of the legs. But once you got into the semi-final then against Kerry, you just blew them out of the water that day.
Yeah, no, well, we got the performance I suppose we were looking for.
Yeah, and our forwards had a really good day against Kerry. They were just amazing to watch, and they got on every ball. So yeah, it was a great match, and yeah, I've definitely been building on that, and we'll use that match to push us over the line next week.
The one thing the team has been doing is scoring plenty of goals, and as they say, goals win games.
Yeah, well, we're the backs down the other end of the pitch, so we supply them. But yeah, no, they have really done well with the goal scoring this year, so hopefully they can keep it up. Yeah.
How's it been for yourself, Rachel? Back, you missed last season with a back injury, and back in the fold again this year.
Yeah, I'm just really happy to be back in playing with the girls, and to get to Croke Park again is amazing. Yeah, so I'm delighted.
And when you missed last year, Greg McGonigal was in charge. He came back this year, and Mick Bowen has taken over. What do you think Mick's brought to the table this year that's different to what you were used to under Greg?
Well, I think Mick was telling us he's been coaching for like 20 years, so he has so much experience with so many different teams, and yeah, he's just brought some new ideas. He's great at picking out girls and telling them different skills to work on individually, and he's been really encouraging, and yeah, it's just been great having a new voice. Yeah.
You're both part of the defence. The defence has been really tight this year. You're not giving up very many goal chances for a start, and even you're not conceding a huge amount of points. What's the you're back in yourself, Rachel. Lee, you've been there the last couple of years as well. There seems to be more of an aggressive or meaner sort of feel to the defence this year. Would you agree with that?
I don't know with that. There's been a few scraps in training, but yeah, I suppose we're just working hard on keeping our goalie safe. Yeah.
And how has training been going leading up to the final?
Yeah, it's been going really well. So as everyone's really motivated, just we want to get the performance, and so we're looking forward to it now.
This will be your 4th final in a row, and Mayo haven't been in the final for a number of years. Do you think that would be an advantage to Dublin, being able to draw on the experience of the atmosphere on the day, and everything that sort of surrounds All Ireland final day?
Yeah, hopefully, it is a big occasion, and hopefully we'll be able to use our experience of knowing what happens on the morning of the match and going to the dressing rooms and the setup and things like that. If it can help us to keep calm, we'll take it. Yeah.
Talking about match days, do either of you have any sort of superstitions that you do, before each day, on match day itself?
I don't.
No, I don't think so. Just eat the same food. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
And how do you calm the nerves, leading into a big day like this, because, we're all humans and we all get nervous when we have, big events coming up. How do each of you, control those nerves on the day?
I suppose you'd be a bit nervous in the morning, but then once you got around the rest of the girls, I suppose we all kind of start chatting away, and it's nothing. It's only a game then, so it's grand, and I suppose that makes us calm enough. And
Mayo, you've played them already once in the league this year. Where do you think the big dangers are coming from? I know the obvious one would be Cara Staunton, but where do you see other dangers coming from the Mayo side?
It's all over the pitch.
All over, yeah.
To get to the final, I suppose you need to be a well-rounded team, which is what Mayo are. So, I'd say it's challenges all over the pitch.
And will it be more a case of you sticking to your game plan and worrying about what you're doing rather than worrying about the opposition on the day?
Yeah, very much so. Just about us playing our game and the performance that we want.
Okay, well, ladies, thanks very much for chatting to us, and very best of luck in the final.
Thanks a million.